Drill flip, nailed it. All right, here we go. So another South Florida air conditioning service call. So first thing first, how they installed this unit, it's in a really tight attic, so they shoved it in between the trusses. I noticed that the drain pipe, the trap wasn't the correct way. So it was draining, but it wasn't draining as much. So the whole entire unit was flooded. Opened up the panel and you can see how much water is just pile driving out of the actual air conditioner itself. So I took the panel off. I wanted to make sure it was as clean as possible because how much water was in it. So you can see all the insulation is entirely soaked. Everything is wet. There was a guy here that changed the fuse. I can only guess that the fuse was blown because everything got wet. So I hooked up these little condensate lines, used it as like a suction. So I just sucked the other end, watched the water go down the pipe, and then that's the easiest way to get it out. So I flushed a drain. Here we go. There was a lot in there still. So I flushed it, vacuumed it. I tried to put some water down it to see if the water would go out, but it was still coming out of the pan. So I knew right at that point that the pan itself was the issue, not the actual drain. So flush the water down. Now look, see how all that algae built up inside the actual pan? See all of it, the water coming out of it? That's the issue. That's the culprit right there. So it's been a while since the systems has been maintained. It's actually a pretty difficult unit to do a tune-up on. So I capped the pipe, get some acid, put the acid down the pipe, fill the pipe up first, and then fill the actual pan up itself. Once the pan is filled up with algae, I let it sit inside of everything for about 10 minutes. This will rip all the algae, or if there's anything actually growing inside the unit, it's going to eat it all up. So flush it. That's the clean. Watch all the algae and everything else like that come out of the actual pipe. Clean whatever else is left up in the actual pan. Now try to get as much water out of the insulation as I possibly can. And there you go. That's a fixed AC right there.